Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sorry I haven't uploaded anything for a few days, but that's mostly because I've been trying to complete Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I will do a late review on, because I feel it's still worth talking about this game. Also, to tell you the truth, I've created about 3 videos that I was meant to upload on here, but either I wasn't happy with them, or I felt that the time had completely passed, which I guess is another topic to talk about altogether in itself. If you're a YouTube content creator, sometimes, especially for people like me who have little time, sometimes it's best to ignore what others have done or what news stories have passed and just, upload them anyway. But anyway, just wanted to quickly talk about 2 stories here which have come out recently, so let's get into it. Normally, I laugh at award shows in the entertainment industry, mostly because I find the whole notion a bit egotistical.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
But at the same time, I obviously understand why some are necessary, or to be more accurate, how some deserve attention. There are many unsung heroes in this industry. We all love this industry. Those people who work tirelessly in the background, creating or being part of many of the things that have brought us nothing but joy, and in many ways have been an integral part of our lives, even affecting our mindsets as individuals. At the 21st D.I.C.E Awards in Las Vegas on the 22nd of February, plenty of awards were given to many games and their developers, recognizing their hard work and efforts in delivering us the content which we play on our chosen platforms. The greatest game ever made, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, rightfully cleaned up most of the awards for 2017, amongst other great games like Cuphead, Nier Automata, and Horizon Zero Dawn. But as you may know, the Lifetime Achievement Award was given to a man from the greatest games developer in the world, the mighty Big N, and this man was none other than Mr. Genyo Takeda. If the name doesn't ring a bell, that's understandable. Unlike Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto and Satoru Iwata, as examples, Mr. Takeda wasn't always in the spotlight like many of Nintendo's great creators and pioneers, but just because he wasn't in the spotlight doesn't mean that he had no impact, not just on what Nintendo produced, but also on the wider impact of the games industry in general. From games like Punch-Out to Star Tropics, and even the greatness that is Pilot Wings 64, still a personal favorite game of mine, and a series I'm desperate to see a return of on consoles. Mr. Genyo Takeda was also instrumental in the development of the most game-changing and even industry-changing console ever made, which is the legendary Nintendo 64. A console I talked about recently, so please check out my video, as we all must acknowledge what the N64 brought to gaming. He was there with the Nintendo GameCube, which as a piece of technology was nothing short of stunning and could produce software that I'll argue still looks better than a wealth of games on modern consoles today. Mr. Takeda was also there with the Nintendo Wii, a system, once again, that changed the gaming landscape forever and should never be forgotten for what it achieved and how it expanded gaming into the wider world beyond core gamers. Mr. Takeda was also involved in a wealth of other technologies within Nintendo that once again changed how we played games. His achievements in technology should be saluted by all, but during his award acceptance, I got goosebumps the moment he said this.
So I decided to accept this award so that I could stand up here as a representative of unsung heroes of home video game platform design engineers, not only for Nintendo, but also for all other game machines. Thank you. And I'm also grateful to the many amazing colleagues and staff members from the United States, Europe, Taiwan, Korea, China, and the Japanese engineers whose support are the reasons I am up here right now. working in video games is a very hard job, but it's also hard fun. It's both challenging and enjoyable. I do have one ask for all the Academy members. Please continue enjoying the hard fun and the work you do to satisfy the worldwide video game lovers and to keep them smiling.
Working in video games is a very hard job, but it's also hard fun. Not gonna lie, this quote here touched my gaming heart. I was reminded once again of many of those people who truly love this industry. The technology it brings, the creative freedom and happiness it can deliver. But also, it reminded me of the late great Mr. Satoru Iwata. That time where many of us didn't know the full extent of his illness during the Wii U era, and how many hateful and disrespectful people spent most of their time on the internet hating on this poor man because the Wii U was not what they wanted. It's a beautiful yet somber reminder of those who have spent their lives trying to create great forms of entertainment for us, out of their pure love for video games, technology, and most of all, wanted to put smiles on people's faces. Now, don't get me wrong, not everyone in this industry wants to make you smile. But seeing Genyo Takeda on stage here, as humble as he is, it's just a beautiful thing, and once again makes me love this wonderful industry that we're all a part of. So, all I have to say is thank you, Mr. Takeda. You have indeed impacted my life with memories that I'll always treasure, and it's fantastic to see you getting the recognition you so rightly deserve. And finally, I just want to quickly talk about Detective Pikachu, where after I watched the latest trailer for this game, I had a revelation, or should I perhaps say a face-slapping moment. I, like many, when we first heard that Ryan Reynolds would be voicing Detective Pikachu in the up-and-coming movie, we all scratched our heads, wondering how exactly that was going to work, right? Because none of us could imagine Ryan Reynolds, going Pika Pika, all through this movie. But then in this trailer, you actually hear Detective Pikachu speak in the game. And to say that I was shocked by his voice would be an understatement. There was no Pika Pika. Instead, he sounded like this.
If you don't mind, I'd like to see what you look like under that cloth.
Not going to lie, that scene made me laugh right there. But yeah, you hear that fool? His voice sounds deeper than mine. and then I clicked. I was like, wait a minute. This isn't the Pikachu we're all used to. This is a completely different Pikachu. Not Ash Ketchum's one-word electric fiend, but a completely different Pikachu. Just like Captain Toad is not the same character as the regular Toad. A completely different character. Or like this Yoshi is completely different character from all the other Yoshis we see. This blew my mind for some reason, and I just had to bring this up. And you know what? This helps me accept that Ryan Reynolds will be voice acting as Detective Pikachu, because to start, we are only just hearing this new character's voice, and second, because it's not Ash's Pikachu, I find it completely acceptable for this character to speak in full English and have whatever voice that they want him to have. Also, seeing this new trailer for this game, I'm far more interested in it now for some reason. And graphically for the 3DS, you have to admit it looks pretty good as a full 3D title. Still not paying £20 for the giant amiibo though. Anyway, thanks for listening all. If you made it this far, let me know your thoughts on Mr. Genyo Takeda, as well as if you were like me, not knowing that Detective Pikachu was a completely different Pikachu to the one we all know and love. Unless, of course, I am wrong and he is indeed Ash's Pikachu, which puts me straight back to square one, where I'm scratching my head on Ryan Reynolds voice acting him. Anyway, thanks for watching all, and I look forward to your comments below. Peace.